what's up everybody? This is VisitJoan and welcome to another Sims 4. I guess this is a Discover University speed build, even though, it's in Brightchester, so I guess we can call it that, but it's not, I wouldn't call it, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Anyway, this time around, I am building a student Victorian house in Brightchester, like I said before, and this is from, a floor plan I got from Pinterest. And, I haven't done a lengthy voiceover in a while, actually. I've done, a couple for tiny builds, but, those are tiny builds, and those don't take that long. So those kind of don't really count. But anyway, as I was saying, this is like the last build you're seeing of 2019 because, well, actually, I record this all ahead, and I'm kind of getting away from doing, every video I do being builds. So I really don't know when this is going up. I am guessing sometime in February. But I don't know for sure when. Anyway, the roof of this house was just, oh my goodness, such a pain in the butt. I actually had to cut the majority of it out because it was just I was just trying 50 different things and it didn't work. And, well, I don't even know. Wait, maybe that was another video. Am I talking about another video? Did I? Yeah, I think I did. I did cut a lot of this out. But, because nobody really wants to see me struggle with building a roof. But it is what it is, and yeah, I think it turned out all right in the end. But anyway, so here I am with another lengthy, well, not lengthy, but backstory for you as to who lives in this house. And I did build this for some Sims that I was playing with, towards the end of the year. So I'm gonna, talk about them in a minute, but as I was saying before, this is the first, lengthy voiceover I've done in a while, simply because, I was doing the 20th anniversary celebration, and, all of that it just takes time, and now that it's done, I can focus on some other things and just trying to get things in order and stuff like that. There are going to be a few changes coming to the channel soon, but, anyway, you guys, so as for who lives here, they didn't actually start living here. They started living in the university family housing, which will be up by the time you're seeing this. So I will leave a link to that at the end if you want to see that video. So anyway, we have Cecilia, who is a recently divorced mother of two. And she pretty much, got divorced because, the marriage wasn't working for her. She was in love with her husband, but he was just not a good person for her, and she always wanted to get a drama degree, but he was just no, that's useless. You're not gonna make any money of that. So she kind of, just didn't go to university and just put it off, and then had, two kids, and eventually she decided that she had to do what she wanted to do. So she basically told him that she was going to do that, and then he called her a fat, insert a word I'm not going to say on the internet. So yeah, so there was no hope of saving that relationship. So she got divorced, and then she started, pursuing her drama degree. And she met Lucas, who is, a more traditional college student studying art history at University of Brightchester as well. And he is basically, in charge of, he's the guardian of his younger sister, who is a teenager. So they met and they became friends, and, they decided, okay, you know what, we're gonna go to the romance festival together, just for the heck of it. And they both were drinking the tea, and the tea is, notorious for being, I don't even know. But, yeah, they were just joking about getting together, and they kissed, and one thing led to another, and they just ended up as a couple. So, finals were rolling around, and Cecilia just wasn't feeling all that well. She was kind of getting nauseous, and, she thought it was, the pressure of finals, which, come to think of it, I mean, I've never felt that. I mean, yeah, finals are annoying, but they're not that annoying, at least not for me. I know for some people they probably are, but yeah, that's what she thought, and, well, nope, turns out she was actually pregnant. And she waited until after finals to tell Lucas about that. So, and the university family housing apartments are really kind of small. They really only have 2 bedrooms. So basically they decided at the end of that semester they were gonna, well, already was the end of the semester, but anyway, they were gonna, move out And so they moved into this little student Victorian house. I don't know if it's like a rental house or not, but they're gonna live here for, a while. And I timed the pregnancy really well, actually, because, it happened to be on a weekend, and I think the term, it, like, started on, like, a Tuesday or something like that. So, we had, or at least, I think her term was over, and his term was almost over. Which, isn't all that realistic, but whatever. It's The Sims. You can't be perfect all the time. So she really didn't have to worry about, like, schoolwork during her pregnancy, which was nice. And so, once his term was over, I built this for them and moved them in here. So at some point, he ended up taking her to a nightclub where he did propose. And I do have photos of the wedding and the honeymoon in the house, but in the game, they haven't actually gotten married yet. But it's probably something I'll do eventually, but it's just, I just wanted to get the pictures done and out of the way so that I could, put the pictures in the house, because I like doing that. Yeah. So, anyway, the baby ended up being a girl. I don't remember what her name is, but, and that was a first, because every other time I've done one of these stories, the baby's been a boy. So it was nice to see something a little bit different happen here. So, yeah, so, what happened in the end was that I had to redo the girls' room, which you will see in the screenshots, the redone version. I did it off camera, but you will see the final version in the screenshots. And I had to redo that because, the baby grew up to be a toddler, and I had to put her bed somewhere, so yeah, that's that. Wow, we're only about 7 minutes in. I thought this was going to take longer. Okay, like, I got 20 minutes to fill. Sheesh. When I started doing this build, I kind of had trouble trying to figure out where I was going to put it, because I wanted to put it in Brightchester, but Brightchester pretty much all had, 15 by 20 lots. And I didn't know if that was actually going to fit a house like this, but so I just, sketched it out in tape, as you saw in the beginning, and I managed to actually make it fit. So I was really happy about that, so I could have them in at least the world of Brightchester. I mean, I know I could have put them, in another world, but I kind of wanted them to be in the same world as the university. Even though it's, like, not like that for, when you go to university. It's like, when you live on campus, it's one thing, but this is kind of like living off campus. And so it's kind of the same thing as, like, if you stay at home, which is really, now that I'm thinking about it, it would have been kind of interesting to have those be a little bit different. But I really don't know how they would have done that with the way this game is structured. But anyway, you guys. So how have I been these last couple of weeks? Well, surprise, surprise, 2020 hasn't really been treating me well so far. But what else is new? I'm still struggling with a couple of things, and it just seems like one bad thing keeps happening after another, and I'm like, really? This was supposed to be a new decade, a fresh start, but I guess this decade is off to a crummy start, just like the last one. So, who the heck knows what's in store? I don't know. I just hope I can have something go right for me for once, but the odds of that happening are like none. I don't know. It's just ever since that debacle in November, the only time I felt really happy was when I pretty much finished up, the 20th anniversary stuff. That was it. And I'm just, like, really tired today. Like, I don't know. Like, I get up early like I usually do, and I was just so tired. I kind of just ate and went back to sleep. And when I got back up, I was still tired. And I don't know. I mean, my head's been feeling kind of funky for the last couple of days. So maybe I'm kind of sick. But, I really don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, I am just really tired. I really just want to play The Sims today, but I don't know if I'm feeling up to it, which is kind of sad, because there was something I really just wanted to get done today, but I don't know why this is, but every time I was trying to renovate a certain apartment, it just felt so disorienting and so dizzy, and I don't know, I was trying to plan it, and I just decided I just couldn't do it, which is bad, because another Sim is pregnant. My stories always involve, like, pregnancies and babies and stuff like that, because I find that interesting, but that's how I like to play. But I kind of wanted control over the pregnancy and take some pictures, but I don't know if I'm gonna be actually able to do that if this keeps up. I don't know if it's just because I might be sick or something. I don't know. I mean, it can't be anything too serious, because I never leave the house, so I haven't been exposed to anything. But my mom and dad did are feeling a little bit off too, or my mom has been, but I really don't know what I'm going to be doing today, if anything. Maybe I'll just be editing. Who the heck knows? But anyway, I was trying to figure out a design for this living room, and I kept, going back and forth, like, what do I really want? So I finally decided to use these Discovery University couches. And I thought it would be interesting to put them in, like, a sectional couch, because, we don't have those. The only problem is the freaking flickering. I mean, that is really annoying, because when I did the, cruise ship wreck, I have a lot of stuff like that flickering, and when I was playing with it, well, first of all, it just really lagged. So I don't know, I might get rid of it, who the heck knows. But, yeah, but when I was playing with it, everything was, like, flickering, and there was this, like, noise, and I felt like that was, like, kind of like the noise of the flickering. I don't know if that even makes any noise or if that makes any sense, but I just really just kind of avoid that in my builds now, just because I just don't like that. But if I wanted to do the sectional couch, I really didn't think it would work any other way. So what I did is I put a couple of pillows up there. I raised them up to kind of cover the flickering so it doesn't look so flickery or something like that. I don't know. And then right here, I'm kind of doing like a little kids reading nook, which, I think is kind of cool. I really like this bookshelf. That you can like put stuff in, but here's what I want to say. Why is a couple slots bigger than the other one? I really wish there was a way to know what slots are on what surfaces and what items take up what slots. We really just, need that, and, stuff like that. But, wow, I'm really kind of at a loss for, what else to talk about, honestly, except for that I did get that trick from, Three Sisters Gaming. So, but I think this is the first house I've done with Discovery University that was completely from scratch. And by that I mean like house, not like a renovation or a residence hall, but just a house. I mean, I guess I could talk a little bit about tiny living. I like it. I like it a lot. I know there are like a lot of people that just aren't really into stuff packs, but for me, anytime we get new stuff, I'm all in for it, because then it just reinvigorates me to create more in The Sims and build some more and, stuff like that, and even do renovations to already built houses. So I just love getting new stuff. And, that's kind of why the community stuff pack was really just bothering me the way it was, because for a while I just really didn't like the way it was going. I mean, when I heard that knitting was the, featured gameplay, I was really hoping it would be kind of more arts and crafts, like more than just knitting, and for a while, I was just really concerned that Granny Chic was going to end up winning, because, oh my goodness, that style was just so ugly. Like, literally, the one dress made me want to throw up. That's how ugly it was. And it's not just because I don't like sweaters and I don't really like knit stuff. I mean, I don't know. I've rarely seen anything that's been knit that's been good. I mean, when I think of knit sweaters, I think of just like the ugly sweaters they have at Christmas time. I don't really know, but to me, it was just like, oh my goodness, if this wins, because, I mean, to be honest, I want stuff I'm actually going to enjoy using, and I'm not going to enjoy using that kind of stuff. I mean, a lot of people were, like, complaining that, like, all three options were, stuff that we already had in the game, but the one I voted for, the one I really wanted, the one that was like my favorite color scheme, ended up winning. So I'm really happy about that. I know this is like right after Tiny Living was announced and everyone was talking about, oh, wait, well, this should have been in Discovery University. And then I know the English Simmer was talking about how you can no longer complain about stuff being too similar when you just voted for Discovery University 2.0. And I'm like, I don't see it. I mean, and then she's like, well, I recreated this in 5 minutes. Here you go. And I'm just like sitting there, wait, we were voting for an art style, not actual objects, guys. Like, those aren't going to be, the objects that were actually in the pack. And just because you can recreate it, that's not the final product. I mean, Simarchy did a bunch of stuff where she recreated all three of them. So, but anyway, I'm really happy. I really hope that the teal and pink is one of the swatches, because I will go crazy over that. Like I said, I absolutely love that color scheme and stuff like that. And I know some other people are saying, oh, The Sims hates grandma. Okay, well, first of all, it's not The Sims. We voted on it. It's the community. And second of all, I don't hate grandma. I hate ugly stuff. And a lot of the stuff that's kind of the granny style is ugly. So, but I'm just happy with the results of that pack. So far, the results are really just going my way. And that's really the only thing that's really going my way except for making videos. So I guess I can be happy about that. But as far as tiny living goes, I really just don't see it as a part of Discovery University. I mean, okay, yeah, dorm rooms are small, but that's not really tiny living because they don't have, every single amenity. You don't have to fill every single need in one room, you know what I mean? And I've never actually seen a dorm with a Murphy bed. I've actually seen an actual Murphy bed. I've seen an actual Murphy bed in, I was looking up stuff for another video and I came across the reboot of Trading Spaces, and one of the rooms there had a actual Murphy bed, and I was showing it to my mom. Like, I was showing, hey mom, I like this room, and she just thought it was ugly. But then again, my mom and I have like two very different tastes in interior design and home decor. So yeah, I really wouldn't expect less. There was like a lot of pattern on the walls that I kind of liked, and my mom was just also, was saying how it was just that's gonna make you aggravated. I'm like, I'm staring at that right now and I'm not ticked off. What the heck are you talking about? But anyway, she saw the part with the Murphy bed and she's like, okay, now how the heck are you gonna sit in that chair? Because the bed was just like right up against the office chair, and I'm like, Mom, that's a Murphy bed, it folds up. Oh. And so somebody actually said that they have never really seen a Murphy bed in real life, which I haven't actually either. But I did point her in the direction of that video, so hopefully she took a look at it. I think it was a bigger YouTuber, so I did not get a response to my comment, but I don't know. But I really like the furniture that came with Tiny Living. I love the teal and yellow swatches. I love how it's like mid-century modern. I guess I really like that style. You see, I'm discovering those things about myself all the time when playing this game. But anyway, okay, so this master bedroom was a challenge because I was trying to fit everything in here. I'm like, okay, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that? It was a challenge to edit too, but I eventually, got it all figured out. And again, the only bathroom I showed on camera was the master bathroom, because you guys don't want to see me decorate like 5,000 bathrooms. It's the same thing over and over again. Nobody wants to watch that. And bathrooms are really just the most annoying part of the build, and I always do them first because I used to do, community lots. I actually did a community lot once where I just completely forgot to put in the bathroom. Yeah, that's brilliant. But back to Tiny Living, I think I did, I don't know, no, I didn't wait for this one. I did wait for a couple of other builds to finish for when, Tiny Living came out. Because there was especially one where they had, this one poof and we could see it in the trailers and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that looks really cute. I might use that for some seating. Well, then it turns out it's not really a seat. It's actually a surface, which I think is kind of cool because, we have a lot of poofs that are, seating. But I also still feel a little disappointed that we can't actually sit on it. And what do you know, there's a mod for that. But, yeah, I don't really use many mods in my game. The only mod I really use is whatchamacallit, Pose Player. That's it. That's all. I guess I'm just not a mods person. I don't really see all that much of a benefit to it. Yeah, it improves gameplay, but I think you run the risk of just completely like breaking your game, and then you have to take them all out every single freaking time the game updates, and it to me it's just more trouble than it's worth. And a lot of the mods are like stuff like, okay, this is annoying to deal with in real life. I don't want to deal with it in The Sims. And I don't really use mods to play at all. So, like, if I do get a mod, it's really just for videos and pictures in the houses and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. So I'm pretty happy with Tiny Living. I know there are a lot of people that say, there should have been more stuff shown for, like, Tiny Living, like ladders and bunk beds. And, I'm not in the shoes of the developer, but I do know what it's like to program a computer, and that just at times can be frustrating. So I'm not gonna, go around and start harassing developers. That's just stupid. Come on, people. But, because I just really just don't know what they're actually going through, and whether they have time or money constraints or what, I don't know. So I'm just not gonna, worry about it too much. I'm gonna be thankful for what we've got, and I really like what we got. The only thing I really have a problem with is the combo TV stereo thing. And that is when the sim turns on the TV, they turn off the stereo, which is really annoying because if I'm playing the game and there's no music on, it drives me nuts. Like, I am not kidding. I am one of those people that literally goes kind of just like, it just really annoys me when there's like no music on. But anyway, we are reaching the end of this build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more. Anyway, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram if you want to see pictures of this couple or just, other Sims I have or just behind the scenes, fun facts, stuff like that. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at VisitJoan, and if you want to know my thoughts on all things Sims related, and maybe one or two other things, you can always follow me on Twitter at VisitJoanVideos, where I'll be more than happy to talk to you. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get up out of here, so I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye, everyone!